Okay, pardon me, I'm out of breath, but there's the other marker right there. And that is how close it is to the house.
Japan to the right.
And then we're going to talk about this. Let me zoom out.
This is the road that they are now cutting in. The green markers. And all they're doing is they're driving their vehicles with all their gear, tearing up this road and making their way through to the back side. And that, of course, is only, I don't know, 20 feet away from where it used to be. And you can see it.
So it's here, and it used to be. It used to come through this way.
These are the gates we put up. These poles and posts were already here.
And then,
I'll say that again. I don't know if you could have heard me. But these posts were here before. Fence line went that direction and around. And all we did was we hung our new gates here to lock. And what they did, they would come through just to the right of this tree where this pile of brush is at. No. They would drive this little trail, which you probably can't see from this direction, but we'll go around and you'll see it because they've put a marker there.
I showed it. That was at the fence, and then there's one here.
We have a marker here.
And then this is the trail mark. There's the brush, so they would just whip around that corner. And I'm gonna get on the trail so you can see. So it goes all the way back there. And there used to be a gate there and poles there. And Bill put all that stuff back up and prepared all the fencing going down that way, and all the fencing going down that way he repaired, and they've torn it all down. Okay, now we're going to go look at the other markers. And from our, pardon our mess because we're still cleaning up, but there's a marker here next to the barn. And then I'm going to let Bill point out the other markers. I'll walk this way. And I want to note something here. For any reason, this is his true property line. One of the really big obstacles for Bill and I is that all of this where Bill is standing, let me zoom out a little bit, all of this area will become full of snakes, rats. This is where they will live next to our home, because they never come to mow this or take care of it. We and the previous owners have been the ones to mow this area. And this is the major area we're mainly concerned about them parking and hunting. But it does go all the way. The land that Bill wants is all the way down this hill to those metal poles that we just came from. And so he's standing, I'll zoom in. Okay, so he's standing at the fence line, and I'm back over by the garage, and that's the distance we're talking about. And we know you've seen the other videos, but our wellhead, the new well that they built before we bought the place, is right here. And it's inside their property stick that they have here, so this is technically ours. They've acknowledged that. And then it's inside where the pond is. And then we'll walk on down here.
The question of who's utilizing this area. You can't see it right now, but I was growing persimmon trees over in this area. There's like 6 or 7 of them.
They're right here. The deer have ate them.
The deer have stripped all the leaves off of them, so they're still there, and hopefully they will grow through the winter.
Okay.
But if you want, I can take the camera and walk down or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to hand the camera off to Bill. And you would have seen this in the other videos, but we're just going to do a more detailed one. So.
And then I'll shoot from the fence line over there. All right, so pardon if I'm juggling around and I have a tendency of panning quickly. But there's the next marker. That is the well head, or the well that was just drilled. Over here, I'll walk to it. That's the tree stand next to our pond that's on our property. That is the pond. And that over there is the fence line. I'll walk to it here in a minute. There's another marker there. And this is cutting into our property from what we were told we were buying. So it's a little chilly out here, but we keep going further down. And this right here is the fence line itself. It's a little kind of back and forth crooked, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a marker, fence line, and this fence line continues all the way to the back end of the property. And that marker that's right, if I can find it in the viewer, right there, is right along the side of the fencing. So if I were to walk the fence line now, you'll see from the fence on the south looking north just how close this is to our workshop and cabin. And this fence line has been here for a really long time. So they haven't cut this portion out. They waited until they got over here and cut it out. So, let's see here. According to the survey, and they even used the trees to tie up the fence line. So just to give a vantage, we're at the fence line. That's roughly, according to the survey, 111.5 feet. I think it's feet. It might be yards. I think it's 111 feet from the shop, or actually from the markers to the fence, which is extremely close to our area, which would be why we would think, when it's being pointed out, that the tree line is our property line, that we would think the tree line and fence was our property line, because they've used fence and tree line both to say what our property line was. Okay. So I'm going to hand the camera back and you can shut it off.